Hey guys, how you doing? This is Chris Archer. On this video, I'm just going to talk about the actual firmament building, since a lot of times we just talk about the firmament, and a lot of people are talking about the flat earth with the dome. I don't hear anything about the building. Some people are speaking about the building itself. Not many of us, but some. Even though we know, I mean, let's just face it, if we have a structured ceiling, something must be holding it up, right? I mean, it's not like it's some kind of canopy or something. You know, like, it's just not, guys. I have proof on it right now. I want to sit here and show you just a shot of nothing. It's just, you're looking at just out into the blue yonder, above the mountain, whatever, the ground level, out to the horizon, and you really see nothing but just a discolored blue sky with some white and a streak. You see a streak or something here, like chemtrail, whatever you guys want to call it. For this video, let's just not touch the chemtrail now. We know what they are. They're rods, and they're structured rods for platforms that are building tools. Now, for this intents and purposes, we just want to study and we want to focus on the construction, the wall, the building itself, not the glass top. We're not getting pictures of the glass dome, and I'll show you why in this video. Why they're not doing it. I'll show you why the pictures, you can tell the pictures are being cut off just basically against this wall here, okay? And it looks like it's just space. If you're in a, basically if you're believing the round ball object, you're in space, but what we want to show you is something different, okay? What was really there is something like that, okay? And if I look really close in the blue sky there and I see the structure, I can start to see huge structural pillars, at least the structural base of something. Really huge platforms. Guys, look at these massive walls. I'm going to show you how we got that, and then when I look at this, looks like a massive crane hanging off the side of the building here. If you look at this thing, see that? Now, how did we get there? We just did this. We're going to take the picture. And even if you take black or white, it doesn't really matter. We're going to take it up or down. It doesn't really matter. You see the levels already coming into effect right there. So whenever you can see it like that, the best you can, you want to stop. And then bring it up. Bring the contrast back up. Okay, so we're looking at something like that. When we start with. That's a good start right there. That's just a black and white filter, and all I'm doing is adjusting the shade so I can see the lines. And you see what I'm talking about here. It's like a Colosseum. It's like the Roman Colosseum, guys. This thing is huge, with a roof on it. It just seems to be like we're outside, but we're inside a massive structure that's just beautiful. Look at it. Look at this, guys. At the top of this thing. Okay? And this happens a lot to me here, without being basically, interrupted again. So you're starting to see that there is a walled structure here. The more I black and white it out, or the more I accentuate it, whatever I want to do. I can't even bring it up to that. But the more I do it, the more I see it. It's just definitely there. And you can even see that when it gets higher at the top, there must be something here, because we can't see it. Do you see how it circles? Take a look. It's not your mind, your eyes are looking at that. First of all, we don't even know what we're seeing. We're not seeing anything until we do something like this. Nobody's expecting that. Okay? But you see something here. I'm noticing that looks like a circle, semicircle. Just from that picture right there, that shows me that there's possibly, that could be your dome that you're looking at. This could be the dome right here, the glass dome. Okay, and these could be the supports around it at the bases. And I got to tell you, that's a big building on the outside of this thing. We only know what's inside the building. It's insane. That's all we know. We know what they show us. Well, we can't even see anything when you look out there. It's being blocked. It's like a curtain. It's like they're bringing a curtain down on us. Like they just put a curtain here. There's nothing there. Just a blue curtain. Just a deception. like in the Wizard of Oz. And here you see nothing but a sky and some you see something, but you don't see much. Right? But I have to tell you, have to keep looking, guys, at these shades and different levels here, because they're out there. These things are out there. You can see different colors turning different levels, different shades and whatnot. See it right there? If you could just work with the colors to get the colors have to come up to bring out the actual formations right there. Some are better than others. Some filters are better than others, right? Look how it goes all the way up that ridge. So we got just a bunch of junk up there, guys. It shows that that's not space. It's just a wall, and that we're enclosed. Not sure what you think is up there, but it wouldn't be coming up like this. Nothing would be coming up like that in this three-dimensional pattern. These are such perfect patterns. It's like perfect structures here. And again, if you look back at the wall, at the south wall, there's something here at the wall. And there's a support system, some kind of wall system that sits there and holds stuff. And I would assume it's the ceiling. And when I take a shot, let me take a shot, a better shot. We're going to take a shot at this here. We see something at the top of the space shot from the ISS. And I noticed that they always shoot down from this circle. You see how there's an edge right there? Something's up there. You see it. It's not your imagination or the picture frame. That's something actually picked up on the camera lens itself. And it's part of the building itself. And all this junk is hanging from it. These stars and all this junk. You can't. It's hard to see it. It's almost like they have a curtain, guys, pulled up or something. So if I get closer to these shots right here, this one is here. If I take that shot right there, okay. If I take a shot of this area right here, right, and blow it up, I get this right here. See it? And if I take and darken that or color it, whatever you want to do, let's say darken it, you get nothing but white here, but you get formations there in that opening at the top. You see that big thing? You get that. And then when I look at that, I'm looking at this over here, this area. I see more separation here from the wall to the ceiling. See it? Something in that, there's an opening there. I look at that and I get this top. Look at this. I take that and I just get that automatically. Do you see how uniform that is? Wait till we get into the in-depth part of some of this stuff. How uniform was that? Look at the top of that fence. Look, it looks like a castle. See it? The top of that wall looks like a castle, guys. Look at the top. See that? It looks uniform as hell, man. Nothing looks that uniform and that structural. Unless it is one. That's incredible. Look at that. Look at all the structure. If I take the color down, you see how they're hiding us? Something's blocking. There's some kind of light, a reflective light that's blocking all this shit. Like a curtain. Almost like an optical curtain. You see all the shit back there? Look at the top of the wall up top. See it? Look up top. Look how uniform the top wall is, guys. All the way up to the top of this thing where I believe the ceiling is. Look at that. It's pretty damn uniform. Look at that. Is that insane looking? Look how uniform that looks. That's a straight line, man. Look at that. Something's up there. And when I do it in color, look at how elaborate some of this is. How elaborate is that, guys? Let me show you something. Hold on. This picture here is the same as this one here. Right there. All I did was color. That's all I did. Colored the same picture right there. But I'm really impressed with this. I mean, it just... You see how the white veil just goes away as we pull the darkness down? Look how white veil just goes away. Something's blocking, some kind of reflective light or properties are blocking the wall and making it look like dark space above us. Not to mention the blue. Look at that. Looks like it's layers of something. See? Could be layers of light. Who knows what that is? Could be sheets of something. Transparent sheets. Who the hell knows what it is? You don't know, but it's blocking it. It's definitely blocking something, and that's a structure. I don't care what you say. You can't pick stuff up like that. Look. That just doesn't show up on a picture out of nowhere just by editing shit. This is along the top of the ceiling. The detail is insane. And it doesn't get much more detail than that. I mean, and then you got colors. Look at all over here. Look at all the colors and shit. This is just with one filter. All I did was use one or two filters, and the colors just stood out like they were supposed to be there. Look at that. Look at the top part. You see the blue up here? See it? Look up here. That seems to be a light fixture on the top. I don't know what the hell's going on, but that's right there by the firmament. That has to be right where the beginning of the dome is, on the outside of the wall here, as I show you this part. Watch when we get back to these shots. You can see it really good here. See how it circles itself right there. So that building is shaped that way. That's why it looks that way. Look at the wall. Look at the structure back underneath the wall here. Look at this. You don't just get that from that. I mean, you just don't do that. You take one picture and get that if it wasn't something there. You can't just take that picture and get that if there wasn't something there, if they weren't blocking something off there. It's obvious, guys. Come on. Look at the boom on this thing. Does that look like a support beam? It's coming out of here. So does that, I mean, the construction of the outside wall might play a part in this track weather thing also, guys. We haven't been really talking about that. But it has to be doing something. I mean, they're covering the whole globe here. So from the center outwards in quarters. And it looks to be like there's players here on the outside walls. So we don't know. I can tell you right now, do I believe this? Yes. Absolutely, I wouldn't see it if it wasn't there. That's just not bullshit out there. It's just not me making colors, painting by colors or whatever. That's just real stuff. That's really there. There's no way for that to come up on that picture if it wasn't there. You see how I got to that point? I took that picture right there, which was part of the top of the dome right there. All I did was edit a couple times and that was like one edit, and I got that out of it, and all I did was that. That's all I did. And when I continue to edit it, I'm getting just amazing, colorful shit that is just, if it's brilliant looking. I mean, there's no way your imagination sees it. These are something that has been blocked, that now your eyes are starting to see it. I don't know why, but now we see it. I don't know why we haven't done this years ago. It's insane why we took anybody's word for it, that the blue sky was what it was. But man, something told me a long time ago when I was a kid that this shit wasn't right. Something seemed weird about the whole damn thing, guys. Look at that construction down there. Look at this. Some of the decoration and shit is just insane. Look on this wall here. Look at that. Right there. What is that? See that? How insane is this shit? It's almost like the deities are all half mechanical and half deity, like whatever they are, whatever the spirit is that's running shit. I don't know what happened, guys, in the previous history, but it's definitely, some of the information has to be hidden. Look up here. What the hell is that? It tells me it looks like we're at the top here, but look at some of the decoration. And I know I know I'm using filters, but listen, if it doesn't matter what filter I'm using, guys, these colors are there. You see it? They're there. They're just accentuated. That's all. I'm not making them up. I'm not drawing colors on there. They're not just coming out. They're there. Hold on. Colors are already in there. We're just pulling them out with these damn filters. See? So you gotta have colors just pop right out of there. All I did was accentuate the color a little bit, and the filter pulled all the shit out of it. I mean, that's there. They're there. The colors are there. I'm not making this up. You can't make this up with just filters. I mean, you literally got to go in there and doctor this shit up, you know? You can't do this with just regular pictures. You shouldn't be able to. Look at the thing hanging down right there, and that's insane looking. See it? So we're not doing anything but just taking the picture and just using filters to bring out the rest of it. That's all we're doing. We're taking it down, pulling it out, doing this and that to it, like that kind of shit, you know. But we're just using the filters is all we're doing. But you still see the uniformity of all the outlines of the buildings and all the stuff at the top. This is impressive to me. This is impressive. Is that like, it seems like, it's like, are they like pedestals for shit? Like, do actual angels and shit sit at the top of the firmament? I mean, jeez, that's weird looking. I mean, what we know as humans just is not what this world's about. I can tell you, it's all the main players in this thing are way different than us. I mean, damn, we have to be in a test. You know? You must have loved us so much to create a certain people with certain choices and certain abilities and shit. You know, some of these guys, you know, look at some of the stuff up here. Look how elaborate this is. It's just from nothing, you get that. So I wanted you to see that. I don't know how much time we have, but that's good enough for today. This is all about the firmament, and trying to see the top of that roof was insane, wasn't it? Like, when you go up here, trying to get the glass part is hard to get at. You know what I'm saying? Let's take a shot of that, just for the hell of it, right? Let's just take a shot at the very top of whatever we can pick up here, right? So this is the very, very top right here, guys. I can't get anything other than that. This is where it stops at. I can't get anything up on that wall. I mean, there has to be more structures on the outside of this thing to support this glass up top and then enclose it, right, into something. So maybe there's glass around the whole thing. Maybe that's the case. Maybe the building is contained inside the glass. Either way, it's something up. I mean, that just doesn't show up. Look how uniform that shit is. Look at that. This doesn't just show the hell up. This is at the top of the picture. This is the very top that came up. This is all that came up there. There's something up here too. I don't know. Maybe there is. We're taking a shot of that. That's the very top of everything I could get right there. So, I mean, to me, I'm amazed because every day when I look up here, I'm learning shit. Every day I'm learning new stuff. Never would have learned this in school. Nobody's learning this in school. This is better than school. This happens to be on YouTube, that's all. You know? I don't know what in the heck we're looking at right there. There's obviously a light source there, though. What the hell is that? You see what I'm talking about? I don't know if that's a connection of the damn roof or what. You don't know what until you see what's behind it. You don't know anything until you see what's behind the shit. That looks like a structure, right, guys? Doesn't that look like a structure right there? I'm just trying to do the best I can to bring out see the angles and shit. I'm trying to show you it's something It's beautiful, whatever it is, man. I tell you what, it's just nice looking. If it's part of the roof or what, it's just cool. I mean, everything I see up here, I'm amazed by it. Amazed because I just don't. You're never gonna see this shit anywhere. And you learn everything every day. You learn new shit. I'd like to know what's in that dam. I'm trying to see what's inside that. I can't tell. Well, I can see it looks like an arm again. Like another arm attached to the damn wall out there, right here, see? See, that looks like another arm out there attached to something. Look. It's coming out of this. See that? You see it's coming out of that. What the hell, guys? This is the very top of it, too. Check that out. Of what I'm picking up so far. I mean, that's just what the kind of shit I'm doing over here and trying to show you the best I can. These are absolute structures we're looking at, guys. Look at the top of this shit. It's crazy. How elaborate. I wanted to get to this real quick. Top of this other side. Hold on. I wanted to get to the top of this other side. Where is it? Here it is. Remember this thing? Remember this? Top right hand corner. And then these. Insane. And look at that. That's coming from that. From this shot. Watch this shot. Where is it? Yeah, I lost the shot. It's just part of the wall, that's all. That shot right there, if I take it and like I did to it, you get this. All the structures just start to accentuate when you reverse it. It's that like a wheel system. You see that? Like a rotor wheel. Gigantic wheel system with chains on it. So that's probably part of the track system. On the sides of these walls are probably parts of it. Look how insane this is. That's busy, guys. It looks busy. Look at all the lights. This is on your wall, man. This is like up on the, like where the curtain is, the black curtain. That's what it looks like. It looks like sheets of, optical sheets of something. Like light sheets. I don't know, man. I'm just telling you what I see. I don't know. Just giving you, trying to explain it. Remember in the old days they tried to explain shit? I don't know anything else to explain it by. I don't have anything else to there's no other way to put it, is what I see. It just looks like a big, massive production of structures and shit. So there's so much going on behind that wall, and everyone needs to start paying attention to that wall. Because that wall is telling some stories. This wall, that one, there's nothing there. That wall is telling all kinds of stories. That wall's talking. This wall right here, the one that you look at every day when you look out in the sky. If you're up on a high elevation and you look down out towards the west or whatever you want to look at, wherever you think you're looking at, south mainly and north. But if you just look that way, when you see nothing but blue and you see the horizon, start taking some pictures. And I can tell you this, the walls, I could do this all the way around in a circle. One day I might just do that. I might just get to a high elevation, take a video all the way around in sections and take pictures of it and edit it and show you that the building, we're enclosed in something. That's what I might do. Because obviously if you had a brain to think about it, you could see it's curving. And if I was a detective, I would say that's curving inwards. Okay? Which means it's enclosed. Got it? That's what I would say. The pillars here are massive. I mean, whatever the production is on the back of this wall, it must be helping the machines and the track and the wheels and everything else. So this is what they're hiding from us. God's real. Someone's manning the building, and no one's talking about it. No one. But forget if that's even an opening. It doesn't matter, because it is part of something. It's not just a flare. So you see the top part right there also. It's not just some light beam reflecting off of something, off an arm or whatever. It continues to go all the way down. Not to mention, I saw the buildings. I showed you the elaborate buildings here. You could not. You don't have to believe it if you don't want. That's why I do it right in front of you. But all I can tell you, it's hard for me to do something like that with some filters. It really is. Unless I have one of those little, what do you call it, kits, where you shake it. I forget the name of it. The two things on the two handles on the side where you draw. I mean, obviously, you watch me take the picture and just do it. So, you guys can do this if you want to prove me right or wrong. It doesn't matter. Just do it. Take a picture of the ISS, the space wall. Take a picture of that black part. This is literally some kind of damn curtain. Yes. It's like the Wizard of Oz. It's some kind of light curtain. When you turn it off and on, dude. It's insane. Is what it is. So, the technology's going crazy around here. But the technology they're using the technology for deception. And that's the key. It's not, it's not always what it's cracked up to be. The technology in this world. Direct energy weapons do not exist. We already proved it because microwaves can only be used up close. There's no directional. You can't direct them. The only thing you can do is spread them out. You can shoot them outwards like that, and they fall down like that. It would take forever to kill people with a crescendo of microwaves, guys. You can electrocute somebody, which is what they're doing. So when I'm on the ground and it looks like I'm shooting lightning down, my machines are sending a signal flow from the top of the fence to the machine on the ground. And I'm actually striking said object not very far from it. Okay? We don't have a very good directional laser beam system that they say. It's just not. Our laser beam system is not what they say. It's just not. It's just not. I'm sorry. Just like nuclear weapons. If I was to give a guess, because of all the different catastrophes that were done by the arrows, to give a guess, and I don't even have to guess with nuclear weapons. I've actually sat there and watched them, and we broke them down and showed you the aerial. So it's nothing but a big show, is what it is. A really, really big shoe, as Ed Sullivan would say. A really big shoe. So, on the big show tonight is life. That is it. Life is a big show. If you look at it that way, because everything's bullshit. It's a deception. It's the big show. Welcome to the big show. So basically, you're like in the studio now that you know everything. Look at some of the elaborate shit. Doesn't this look like some of the Tartarian Empire bullshit? The old days stuff, before 1600, 1700. Doesn't it look like the old stuff, like the Titans shit? It does. It looks like they're still out there. It's insane. I mean, if you were to ask me, somebody's manning this because it's too damn elaborate looking. Look at it. It's like somebody's keeping the castle clean, Until we get there. I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure we're going there, but until it's ready to be used or ready to be destroyed, one or the other. Somebody's using it. You can see the walls, somebody's there. Again, if you don't believe me, just take pictures and do it yourself. Don't say you don't believe me without trying it, because all I did was take a picture and edit it. If people know who I am, I've been around long enough for you to know me. If you don't know me, you should know me if you're watching me. Trust me. Especially YouTube. It's hard to find me on YouTube. It's like it's just like finding that needle in the haystack. You can't even find people anymore on YouTube. I can't even find channels anymore that I used to watch. I used to love some of the channels. I can't find none of them. I don't know where they're at. The only thing left are people giving half the truth. This is the full truth, not half the truth. Nothing but the truth. Why? So help us God. Because God's telling us, guys. Giving us the answers. Okay? Alright, guys. Have a good day. God bless. This is Chris Archer, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.